Chapter 6, Land Use. Try this. Draw a sketch of your house. On this sketch, show the following with proper directions: kitchen, bathroom, courtyard, living room, bedroom, etc. After the sketch is ready, have a discussion on the following points. A. Why do we need to fix a place for everything in the house? B. What would happen if there were no fixed places? Geographical explanation. You may have realized that there is a fixed place for everything. If this is not done, the house appears disorganized. There will be difficulties while moving around the house. Even if these arrangements are changed, there will be confusion for a few days. The land available in your house is used for different purposes. Try this. This activity has to be performed by all the students together. Commercial, residential, open ground, entertainment, industry, transport, agriculture, institute, mixed land use. Prepare boards with these names. Let the students stand in a circle holding these boards. Now, prepare chits with the following names and put them in a box: shop, garden, bank, utensil factory, school, bungalow, residential building, mall, hockey field, cinema house, hospital, bus stop, port, airport, swimming pool, badminton court, reserved forest. Each student will pick up one chit, and as per the land use category will stand close to the person holding with the respective board. Once the activity is completed, have a discussion based on the following points. Why did you select the particular board? Explain how you will use this chosen land. Correlate needs with land use. Land use. Geographical explanation. Land use is the way or purpose for which land in a region is used. The interaction between geographical factors and man have resulted in land use. Land use undergoes changes with time. As man's needs have increased, the use of land for different purposes has also increased. Mineral-rich land is used for mining. Fertile plains are used for agriculture. Types of land use. Rural land use. In rural areas, agriculture is the main occupation. Agro-based activities are also common in rural areas. This influences the location for the rural settlements. Hence, these settlements are located close to the agricultural fields and forest areas. The settlements of miners are close to the mining areas, while fishermen's settlements are near the seashore. In rural areas, the availability of land is more and the population is less. Hence, population is sparse. In rural areas, the extent of residential areas is less. Land use in the rural areas can be classified in the following manner. Arable land. This is the land under cultivation. Normally, this land is under individual ownership. This land can be classified as per the ownership of the land and types of agriculture. Fallow land. This is agricultural land which is temporarily not in use. In order to improve the fertility of the soil, the farmer does not use a part of his agricultural land for 1 or 2 seasons. Forest land. A demarcated forest area is also a type of rural land use. From this area, forest products like firewood, gum, and grass are obtained. Forests comprise of large trees, bushes, creepers, and grass. Grassland, pasture land. This land is under the ownership of the village panchayat or the government and is used for grazing purpose. This land belongs to the entire village. Very little grassland is under individual ownership. Urban land use. There has been an increase in urban settlements in the 20th century. In urban areas, land is used for different purposes. It is necessary to make maximum use of the land. In urban areas with reference to population, the land is limited. Therefore, the distribution of population is dense. Urban land use can be classified in the following manner. Commercial land use. Some parts of cities are only used for commercial purposes. In these areas, there are many shops, banks, and offices. This has given rise to the concept of the Central Business District, CBD. For example, in Mumbai, the Fort area or the BKC, Bandra Kurla complex. Residential land use. Here, the main land use is for residential purposes. In this area, houses and residential buildings are included. Since population is more in the urban areas, residential land use has increased. Transport land use. In urban areas, transportation facilities are important for the movement of goods and people. For this purpose, different types of transportation facilities are found in cities like public bus stops, railway lines, metro, monorail, commercial vehicles, etc. In addition to this, the number of private vehicles is also large. Hence, In cities, roads, railway lines, station, petrol pumps, transport depots, and vehicle repair centers occupy large areas. These are included in the transport land use. Public utility area. For the various needs of the population, some services are provided by the local governing bodies, state government, or central government. The area under these services comes under this category, example hospitals, post offices, police stations, police grounds, schools, colleges, universities, etc. The land use under the category is important. These services diffuse the tensions caused due to burgeoning population. Give it a try. Take a map of your surrounding area and using different colors show the land use of your area. Recreational land use. In cities, some areas have to be specially reserved for the entertainment of the population. The use of such spaces is mainly for fields, gardens, swimming pools, theatres, etc. Mixed land use. In some areas, we find all these uses together. Such areas are said to have mixed land uses. Example, residential areas and entertainment areas. On maps, special colors are used to indicate such areas. Red, residential; blue, commercial; yellow, agricultural; and green, forest areas. Transitional areas and suburbs. Rural settlements start outside the boundary areas of urban settlements, but the intermediate area in between is called the transitional area. In this area, there is a blend of rural and urban land use. In these areas, land use is of a mixed nature. In this zone, cultural activities are also of a mixed type. Over time, this area is converted to an urban area and these regions become suburbs. Example, Bandra, Bhandup, etc. are suburbs of Mumbai city. Think about it. If land is left fallow or is not in use, then can it be termed as a kind of land use? Planned cities. After the Industrial Revolution, urbanization occurred on a large scale throughout the world. Since this urbanization was not well planned, cities began to grow in a haphazard manner. Loss of employment opportunities there, a large-scale migration to cities occurred. As a result, the availability of land is always a serious problem in cities. A lot of diversity is visible in the land use of cities. Limited land, varied land uses, and burgeoning cities resulted in the thought of having planned cities for the future. Even before a city grows, its land use is predetermined and a planned layout is prepared. Accordingly, the cities are developed. Singapore, Seoul, South Korea, Zurich, Switzerland, Washington, D.C., USA, Brasilia, Brazil, Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, India, etc. are all examples of planned cities. Can you tell? Examine the pie charts showing land use in figure 6.1 and answer the following questions. Land use in Japan 2011, that is 19, 11.7, 0.8, 68.5. Land use in India 2011, 3.5, 52.8, 4.2, 23.1, 16.4. Yellow, suitable for agriculture. Red, permanent agriculture. Green, forest. Blue, permanent pastures. And orange, others. Figure 6.1, land use in Japan and India. Percentage. In which country is the land under forests more? In which country is the land under agriculture more? Considering the two questions above, how will you relate the physiography and climate of India and Japan with their respective land uses? Correlate their land use and development. Which land use is found in Japan? Considering the land use in both the countries, make a list of factors affecting the land use.